Holes, yes, yes.
Yeah, we've quite a few Putlock holes. If you can see them all along the bottom here, and you can see them from the outside as well. As you're walking along the church, there are Putlock holes. There's 3 or 4 of them on the outside.
So, what they're for is for the scaffolding, and what happens is you put bits to hold the scaffolding up, and then when you finish, what you do is you cut off the timber. You don't try and pull it out. And then you've rendered it over, and it's all fine. But when the render falls off, the timber eventually rots, and you end up with these things called Putlock holes. But they're not intentional. I presume the medieval masons expected the buildings would be kept rendered forever. That's the
Putlock holes.
Okay, so as I said, what happened is basically, a timber came out here. You tied on your poles. You put up your scaffolding. At the end, you just sawed off the timber that was in there. The whole thing was rendered anyway. Yeah. After a couple of hundred years, the render falls off, the timber is exposed, it eventually rots out. Sometimes what people do is you can actually, if you're lucky enough to find timber in the Putlock holes, you can do dendrochronology on it, and you actually get a date. You get a building date. You know what I mean? It may not be the exact date of the build, but it certainly, the timber's been felled.
Trim Castle.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, question here from.
I think there are separate ones on the inside. So the inside ones are I think they're later for putting up the vault. Right. But I mean, that wall is 3 or 4 feet thick. Yeah. So that's only going in deep enough to secure it. All right. So it's not going the whole way through.
An outside one.
Yes, an outside one. Then you have inside ones for a separate reason.